Hi, it's a new week. So this week, and I think we're going to start doing this. Like each week have a little struggle. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative, but certain things you struggle with each week, you know. And so I feel like I struggle sometimes with snacks. So like I I don't, I'm not a huge snacker, but I like to snack every once in a while. So at work, it's pretty easy. I try to take things that are easy just to grab and go. So I take like the Nature Valley bars, and it comes in two little bars, and I usually have one bar in the morning. And then the afternoons I struggle because a lot of times, do I want something sweet? Do I want something salty? Do I want something crispy? Or do I want, a little cake? I mean, so I don't necessarily, I struggle in the afternoons. And then I really struggle during the weekend. And so, and I don't know if you want to call it brain fog or, perimenopause brain or just, absent-mindedness. I don't know. When it comes to the weekend, I can't think of a snack. I mean, and the only thing that comes to mind are things that are not that good for you. Like, oh, I could go get some pizza rolls or maybe some onion rings or, just and potato chips. And that's all that comes to mind. I mean, they're not a fruit, not a little vegetable, nothing comes up in here, And then, I go and get whatever junk that I have thought of. And as I'm eating it, it comes to mind like, I could have had popcorn, or I could have done this, I could have done that. And so what I've done, and it may sound, just totally lame that I'm doing this, but, anything that helps. So what I did is I have some I have a dry erase like magnet on my refrigerator to remind me to do things that I, forget to do, that I need to do, like don't forget to go pick up your prescription, kind of things like that, And so I thought, why not? And I really like these dry erase boards, and they're not very expensive. And they're not, I just keep saying boards, but they're actually magnets. I got this, and it came with four 12 by 8, 12 by 8 magnet sheets, dry erase magnet sheets. And it's really great because it also comes with like a little, eraser to take it off to clean your dry erase board. And then it comes with all these colors. I have black here. But it comes with all these colors, and I don't know if you can see it here, but it has a little magnet on the end, and so you can even, put this on your refrigerator, just, so that way you can just put these little dry erase so you can just write whatever comes to mind. And they also have a little dry erase thing on the bottom too, or the top, whatever you want to call it, so you can, clean it up as you go, or you make a mistake or something. So I sat here, I Googled some, and then I thought of things that I like, the snacks I like. And so I came up with a few ideas, and I'll read them out to you. I got apples / bananas with nut butter. I do like that. That's kind of like a sweet afternoon meal that I've been doing at work lately. I just bring a tub of, I think it's almond butter. I know it's almond butter. I bring a little tub of almond butter, and then I just, keep it at work throughout the week, and I just bring an apple and slice up an apple and nosh on that for a little bit. Also popcorn. That's a good salty snack. I don't take that to work because it does not fill me up. I'll eat, like maybe a cup, well, 3 cups, I guess, is like a serving size of, natural popcorn. I don't put any butter or anything up. I just put some salt. I might spray some oil on it and then put salt, the popcorn salt, but that does not fill me up. It's a good at-home snack, like when I'm sitting in front of the TV or whatever. And then another thing I have is cottage cheese caprese toast. I love this, and sometimes I have this for breakfast, and I'll show this because I do love this. I was going to make some this weekend, but I didn't. But it's just cottage cheese on like sourdough toast, and then I get slices of tomato, and then you can do just a little bit of salt, and then the balsamic glaze. Just sprinkle that on there and you can put some basil on it if you want. I don't always do the basil, But that is so good, and that fills you up. And if you got getting kind of hungry before a meal, boiled eggs, chomps. I do like the little mini chomps. They're not my favorite, but I don't mind them every now and then, and they're good, to take on the go. So like if I know I'm running a bunch of errands that day, instead of getting something out of the aisle where you check out, I'll take a chomp with me. Cheese and grapes. I love cheese and grapes, and crackers. Edamame. I mostly put that in dishes, but I have had them as an appetizer at a restaurant, and they've been very good. And I thought I might start making, doing that, just steaming them and put some salt on them and then take them to work, and that could be an afternoon salty snack. I haven't done that yet, but I mean, I've only, like I said, I've had them at restaurants. Of course, they'd be the shelled ones, and then hummus and vegetables. Right now, I'm not into hummus. I mean, I think I ate too much of it because I would take it all the time. That would be my snack, and right now, I'm not really digging hummus. And then also I have down yogurt ranch with vegetables, and this make it with just Greek yogurt, unflavored Greek yogurt, and I have the ranch seasoning that I get from Trader Joe's, and I make it into like a little dip. Sometimes I put garlic powder in it too, and let it sit just for maybe an hour or so, and then it's kind of like a ranch dip, and it's not too bad for you or anything. But those are some of the snacks. I don't really snack after dinner. I've never been a huge snacker after dinner. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm lucky if I'm still awake after dinner, because I am usually so tired and drained after work. So so that I guess is a good thing, that I eat my dinner, watch a little TV, and then I'm out. But those are some ideas, and I'm gonna stick this on my refrigerator, and that way when I have that brain fog and the only thing that's yelling in my head is potato chips and onion rings and mozzarella sticks, and I know these are not like those things, but if I have something in my face, maybe it will sway me from those things and say, here's a better idea, because I mean that's the whole purpose, right? We're trying to make better choices. And so, I mean, I might not make a better choice all the time, because, I did get a little Pringles potato chip, and I had that yesterday. But, it's just, trying to do better each day. I'm not going to be 100% perfect every single day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got some other things to show you, like some of the meals and lunches I had this week. Again, we got lunch out from our rep, brought us lunch again, and from Viva Chicken. And so after I ate it, you'll see, because it's like a big wrap and sweet potato fries, and it was another one of those things where it's like, I should have got this. And I think and I'm afraid, you don't want to eat tons of food while you're at work, because I mean it makes the rest of the afternoon just drag on, because you're just so full and sleepy. And that's what happened that day, I told you, with the tacos. So so I got the wrap because I thought it was a little lighter than getting like the chicken. I don't know if you've ever been to Viva Chicken, and they give you like a quarter or a half piece of chicken, and I didn't want to get that. And so I said, well, maybe next time, because a lot of times they ask us where we want, and so if we say Viva Chicken, I might get the kids meal, and they give you like a kid size portion of chicken, and then you can get a side. So I thought maybe that's what I would do next time, because I think the wrap was just it was just okay, and it was still too much. And so that's that. And so I'm going to show you some breakfast things breakfast that I had one day, and then my dinner, and then a couple of lunches. So I hope, and then I'm going to, and some of it may come out, wonky because of my cell phone. I use my cell phone when I was at work. I'm using a camera now. So I do apologize that if it comes out vertical instead of horizontal. Am I doing it right? So I do apologize. I will work on that now that I've discovered my issue. So I do apologize about that. Just bear with me as I'm learning all of this, and then, learning everything. And so if you like this, again, just make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. All right, for breakfast this morning, I have the ever famous, which you probably see in a lot of videos, sourdough bread with avocado, everything but the bagel seasoning, and eggs over medium. Mine's probably over medium. I don't have this all the time, but I really do like it, especially with the, everything but the bagel seasoning. It's one of my faves. I'm also having yogurt with blueberries, or maybe blueberries with yogurt, however you want to say it. I love the blueberries. And that's the 000 and the 15 grams of protein. And then for my drink, I'm having my Diet Dr. Pepper, which I only, have half a bottle for breakfast. The only time I drink soda usually is in the mornings to kind of wake me up. I only have half. So that's my breakfast. All right, this is my lunch for the week. I have chicken salad and some cucumber slices, some sweet pickles, just a few, and some watermelon. I also have a few crackers. They are gluten-free. Not that I have a problem with gluten, but I just like trying different crackers. And these are not too bad calorie and fat gram wise. I just have a few because I usually use my cucumbers as kind of like a cracker almost sometimes. But I think they're in their like the Walmart brand gluten-free cracker, and they're pretty good. But this is what I took for lunch this week. And today we had a rep, and they brought in Viva chicken. I probably didn't get the healthiest thing they had, but I got the chicken Caesar wrap with sweet potato fries and then yellow sauce. And as you can see, I've already bitten into some of this before I videoed, but it's just so good.